Zero work. It's broken, huge gaping access points, no rapid fire action force through the fire brigade, adequate security manpower. We found one weazened old security guard sitting there looking bored to death. Perhaps he was so overwhelmed by the fumes that he had become completely inert. That's the only possibility, Mr. Jha. It was a terrible scenario. None of these netas have even been there. None of them have been there.
Also, I completely understand. Yeah, absolutely. And also when China was talking about we as Mumbaikars, she has to breathe this air, some people have to breathe more and some people have to breathe less. So people who actually live in Shivaji Nagar, Chembur, Devnar and these neighborhoods actually have to really breathe and die. Today we've actually seen someone die as well. And the other point is that when you're saying that yes, there needs to be segregation and there needs to be civic sense, can you please tell me, after I segregate my garbage in Mumbai, who do I give it to? It lands up in the same place. It actually has to be, goes to the same landfill. So of course there are civic issues also, but for heaven's sake, can we actually accept that there's a failure of governance? Can we accept that the topmost minister who is responsible for Maharashtra's environment, who is the environment minister, rather than actually providing us with a civic environmental governance solution, actually cries foul and says there's sabotage, as in there was a conspiracy behind not having these boundary walls?
And let me tell you, Mr. Jha,
10,000 metric tons, someone from Pakistan comes and dumps it there?
All these years, months, no one has gone there. Not one chief minister has visited, not one environment minister has visited. I want evidence that they have in the last 3 days gone there to see for themselves what has happened. Now, Vimlendu Jha, let's be very, very honest about facts here. This is not just a Bombay problem. This ails each and every metro.
Absolutely.
Delhi has 3 of these massive toxic dump yards.
Right. And Rahul.
Yes, go ahead.
It's a time bomb.
Go ahead.
And see, if you actually look at almost 80% cities, Rahul, in our country don't even have landfills. If you look at Delhi itself, the 3 landfills that we have, Delhi, has almost around 8,000 to 9,000 metric tons of garbage every year. And by the way, what we are talking about is just the optics or just the visible. So the fumes and the fire is only the visible. The larger, air contamination that happens without fire because of methane. So you end up seeing fire and you panic when there's fire, but there's poisonous gas, toxics coming out of it all through the year. The water table contamination that happens through the entire throughout the year. So we are actually talking about municipalities. And the other fact that is very, very important, and it's more true in the case of BMC and MCD here, that almost 85%. So the biggest nexus, the biggest problem in this case is that 85% of the money that is actually spent on waste management in these big municipalities of Mumbai and Delhi is only on transportation. There's a fuel mafia, there's a truck mafia that actually operates, that is only bothered about transporting waste from point A to point B. And also, there are mafias that we had exposed a couple of years ago when they actually take out fuel from trucks and sell it. So, somewhere we need to understand that, is it just about visible air quality? Is it about real air quality? Is it actually about public health? Or is it just yet another issue? Tomorrow there'll be something else. So imagine this entire thing after January 27th, when the issue was actually, when there was no fire in Fadnavis also. Fadnavis completely forgot about it. Javadekar Saab completely forgot about it. And when there was fire again, suddenly there's a panel again.
China NC.
That we have. So how?
So fine, it's not an overnight solution.
Public health.
It's not an overnight solution. So give us a timeline. Give us a timeline, China NC.
Well, I'll tell you, I was on a channel discussing all the various avenues to this debate. Clearly, air quality, what the air quality is an area of contention for every single citizen. And there are lots of solutions vis-a-vis infrastructure projects also to decongest the city in toto. Having said that, the Chief Minister has already announced in the Maharashtra State Assembly and in a budget where he has said that the report that is submitted from the BMC will also engage with this tender process to ensure that all kinds of garbage segregation and the solid waste
I only asked you for a timeline.
which is prevalent in the BMC
I only asked
with
you for a
higher
timeline.
authorities like the Environment Ministry.
Give me a time frame.
Well, you can
1 month, 2 months, 3 months.
If you, Rahul,
Give us a time
feel
frame.
that 12 months is too long, there is a 14-month, there is a process where in 14 months all the garbage that is created or produced in a city of the island Mumbai will be converted to waste, and you will see it, at which time hopefully you will call me on a debate, not to just say that you didn't do your job, but to compliment the government for having the political will to ensure there is a solution to this problem.
China NC, let's hope that actually does happen.
Will, we would have seen it in January itself.
I'll be
not
the
waited
first
for another
one.
fire to happen.
I'll be the first one to invite you, to commend you.
I want to make one comment about what Mr. Jha said. There are hundreds of buildings in Mumbai which are already completely garbage free. You can speak to environmentalists.
It's not about the buildings, it's about where this garbage is ending up, ma'am. I think you're not getting the point
for those who say
that Vimlendu Jha is making.
One moment.
When will the
it's about where it's ending up.
There are two fundamental points. If you have zero garbage, and garbage is recycled as well, does that not also help? We need to work collectively rather than suggesting that the administration does their own thing. Citizens do their own. People who are part of the
you tell that to the parents.
What
tell
a
that,
herculean task
tell that to the parents of this 6-month-old.
Department
China ji,
is working.
Tell that to the parents of this 6-month-old.
Tell me one thing, how do wires, electric wires, reach the landfill? How does medical waste reach the landfill? Can you tell me that? Do you know
one
about
second.
this?
Forget all of that. I just want to end. I just want to end by reading out the little interview.
There's no
Vimlendu
wipe out of that waste.
Let me read out. Let me read out this little interview. 4 lines.
Sure.
The deceased's father told us she had a breathing problem due to the smoke. Once she fell ill, she couldn't recover. We said, show us the reports. The reports date back to the 15th of December. Doctor asked us what happened, so we told them we live near a dump yard. There's constant pollution that is causing her trouble. So he gave us a medicine and some nose drops. When we used the medicine, she was okay. Otherwise, she used to fall ill. But then again, there was a fire on Saturday. And that changed. That turned everything on its head. My child fell ill suddenly. Till 1:30 a.m., the child was okay, so we went to sleep. When we woke up at 2:30, worried why this child is not reacting, she was dead. I just want to leave it at that. There are children out there who are finding it difficult to breathe, and the Chief Minister is making statements in the Assembly. Think about that. We'll leave it at that.